So you were looking for something to listen to, and you ended up here. What's up? My name is Ethan, and I'm the host of the show. Over the past 25 years, I've had a wild group of people walk through my tattoo shop and tell me some of the craziest stories you would never hear unless you were sitting in that chair. I've invited a few of these maniacs to join me and talk about everything, anything, and nothing. Whether it's about UFOs, aliens, food, conspiracies, or whatever, you're sure to be entertained and probably get a laugh out of it. Or you're going to think we're a bunch of nut jobs and never come back again. Either way, you're here with us now, so sit back, relax, hit cruise control, and enjoy the ride. Welcome to the Tat and Chat Podcast. I think we're live.
Hey!
What is going on, the people of the Tat and Chat universe?
I just bought a Ford Raptor.
Josh just bought a Ford Raptor, and he's got to drive all the way to Michigan to get it. So today,
True story. Who wants to go with me?
Today's our final episode for the season 1, episode 15, and we brought Eddie back on, Eddie Rando,
Hey!
because he's just got such an interesting story in life and crazy shit. And we want to hear. So Eddie, why don't you tell us a little about what's going on right now?
I'm alive.
Oh, right, he's alive. So anyway, Josh,
I thought he was just hunting. He's wearing camo. I thought he just got out of the woods.
Well, I saw this head floating around when I pulled up, and I was like, wait, oh, Eddie, you're wearing camouflage. It was blending in so good with the wall. I just saw a little head floating around.
Yo, you know how I do it. You know.
I saw the reflection from the moon on your shiny
dome.
cranium.
That's awesome.
So what's going on, guys? Josh is getting a Ford Raptor.
Yeah, I'm excited. Been wanting a Ford Raptor a long time, man. They're so expensive.
What kind of engine they have in it?
I don't know. Has a V8.
It's a pretty fast though. They're sporty, right? That's the
Yeah.
whole deal with the Ford Raptor.
Yeah, I just like the way they look. I have a really good friend, AJ, and every time I talk to him about the Ford Raptor, he's like, "Don't buy the Ford Raptor. Oh, I don't like it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck, man." I love Ford Raptors. I think they look awesome. I've always wanted one.
Nice truck.
And
Yeah.
but as you know, I've told you this many times. Like my truck's been paid off for like 6 years, and I'm like, I'm just gonna run it till it dies, and that's how I always believe that. But I'm at 170,000. I don't really have any issues with it, but I was like, I saw this truck just last night, and I'm like, I want this truck.
Fell in love.
Yep.
You know what I like about the Ford Raptor? They have a nice wide stance. That's what makes it look cool. Like a lot of the Ford F-150s and stuff, they're kind of narrow and tall. Like that. I like my Suburban, and I put a lift in it, but it's so narrow versus a truck that it just feels tall. And like the Ford Raptor, man, has a nice wide kind of front. That's the same reason why I like the Hummers there. They were cool because they were wide.
I like head and Hummers too.
He likes head and Hummers.
You're talking about a little head before we got here. And
Ed, did you ever get your
Hummers.
truck fixed? That wasn't your truck.
Not yet. I'm just getting through tax season, so that's my next thing to get my truck back on the road.
What kind of truck you got?
Got a Ford 350.
Oh, dang.
It's a nice looking truck.
It's a 2008.
All right.
Only got about 100,000 miles on it.
You took care of it then.
Yeah, it's my baby.
He took such good care of it. It's dead in his driveway for the last 2 years. Right? How long has it been sitting there for?
2 years.
2 years. I know. I went there.
She
I'm
need
like,
mouth to mouth.
it's pretty. I wrote my name in it every time I've gone over there in different spots. And
It's
then,
starting to sink into the ground.
is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yes.
What's wrong with it?
It just died on me. It's a starter issue, I believe. So I bought a starter. So I'm going to go from there. Yeah, I miss it. I was moving snow with it.
Yep.
Real good for moving snow. But when she went down, I was using an old tractor. Oh, man. And driving backwards
In the tractor?
on the tractor to move
It
snow.
sucks.
Woo! It sucks. No cab. Old
Yeah.
school.
My
So
tractor's
you
that
do
way.
the work yourself? You mechanic?
No, not really. Not that level. I do a lot of little things, but
Right.
my buddy Jamie O'Brien, he's the man. Hopefully he can get to and take care of it for me this year. Do you know Jamie? Jamie
I think
O'Brien?
so.
Yeah,
He has his own company, right?
yes. He does
Yeah.
builds security fences.
He travels all over the
But
Yes.
don't say the name of his business. If he wants the name of his business, he needs to pay us for it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, whoa, that's hardcore job.
I'm just kidding.
You didn't even run that by me. You just went for it. I like that. I like
He's looking out. He's looking out.
He's just like, whoa. Don't be naming any businesses for free.
I had to hit the brakes.
Yeah, Julia's almost done paying on her truck, and we told the kids, we're like, yeah, once this truck's paid off, I think she's got like maybe 6 payments, maybe a year, I don't know. But once it's paid off, she's giving it to the kids. Are gonna be 16 next year.
Wow.
And so Elliot's like, cool, and Ethan's like, I don't even know if I want to drive, but Evelyn's like, I'm gonna buy a Bronco. I'm like, you're 15, so she knows the Bronco she wants. She painted a shoebox the exact color of the Bronco and write Ford Bronco Fund on it. It's not the low Bronco.
It's gonna take her a while
it's
because
like,
they're
well,
pricey.
They are pricey, but I told her I would match her, and I said if we can find like an older model, like when did they come out? Like in like 2021 or something like that, or 2022?
The newer ones,
The
yeah.
new Broncos. So next year, I mean, 6 years, 7 years down the road, maybe 120,000 miles on a vehicle, we might be able to find a $20,000 Bronco. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I found some pretty cool. I bought a Camaro like that once. At the time I bought it. Let me see. That was almost 10 years ago now. So I had a 2011, but it still was the same body style. I think they just switched to the sleeker lights on the back instead of the 4 circles.
Oh, I remember that car.
And it had a V8 6.2 liter. It was the SS. It was a cool car. And I paid like $18,000 for it. And I put like $7,000 down. My payment was like $125 a month. I was like, this is badass. And but I was like, oh, it's older. And I almost bought one with less miles. I almost bought one that was like a 2015 or something like that. And the guy at my bank was like, he's like, who gives a shit? They look identical. He's like, how is the interior? I'm like, in mint condition. And the bumper looked like it got rear-ended once, and the bumper had been fixed. And I could tell if I looked underneath it, but from the outside you couldn't see it, and everything was fine. And he's like, what are you gonna do with it? Drive it a couple months out of the year and put it away? I'm like, yep. And he's like, get the higher mileage one. He's like, it's wicked cheap. Your payment will be nothing. I was like, you know what? I would drive that fucker around and nobody knew. Everybody's like, dude, you got a Camaro? I'm like, yeah, man, I got a Camaro. But it was a fast Camaro. It had a V8, 6.2 liter engine. And every time I brought it to a dealer for an issue, if I had an oil change, they're like, this is the best motor that Chevy's ever made, or the V8, whatever that model was. I don't know nothing about it. So I don't know. I don't think there's really I used to always buy new, but I'm at a point now where I'm like, no, I've had my Suburban for 2.5 years now. I haven't had a vehicle for 2.5 years in like over 20 years. Every year, boom, gone, new vehicle. I got a problem. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, dude, I have pictures and pictures of
Vehicles.
Jeeps I've had. The Camaro. I've had like 2 different Jeeps. I had 2 different like Chrysler 300s. I had Chargers. I've had Ford F-150s. I've had Dodge Rams. I've had fucking Chevy 1500s. I've had Chevy 2500s. I've had GMC Sierra. It's like every year I just like, I want that car. Drive by FX Career. Hey, can I trade this in? Mom's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm trading in the car. I'm getting a new car.
Wow.
I had a problem. Then I'd put all this money in. I'd lift it, put rims for me. Yeah. Then a year later, gone.
Wow.
I'm done doing that.
I would
Trying
say
to keep it. I got a problem.
probably get expensive.
I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do
Gotta
drugs.
do something.
Like, that's where my money went, was to that shit.
So I saw Elliot just before we came down here. I think it probably freaked him out. He was going into Stewart's with a girl. And I said, oh, there goes a handsome-looking feller. And he looked at me, and then he smiled. I'm not sure he knew it was me until he looked at me, but I think he thought like, oh, there's a creeper here. I think I creeped him out a little bit.
I'm like, don't talk to people with tinted windows in their vehicles. If you can't see them, just run. And you're like, hey there, buddy.
Hey, dude.
I mean, it's better you're doing it to my son than my daughter. That'd be really creepy.
Right?
So when you get in this truck, when you going down this weekend, you said Friday?
Yeah, I gotta talk to the wife. See when she can go. I mean, I got so much going on during the week. Yeah, I mean, I want it tonight. Like, I want to drive out there and get it, but
where is it?
Probably this weekend.
Where is it exactly? Grand Rapids, Michigan.
It's in. I'll have to look.
Shop Smart.
Shop Smart.
S-Smart.
It's,
where is that in Michigan? Is it, they built the gun in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but where's Ash live? He lives in Michigan, right?
I don't know. I'll search up where Evil Dead takes place.
Maybe he doesn't.
Man, I just had it on my phone.
So Eddie, tax season is done for you, huh?
Thank God. Well, I got about 40 to go extensions.
Sterling Heights, Michigan.
Sterling Heights.
Yeah.
Where is that exactly?
In Michigan.
Like
By the way, about Evil Dead, one, it takes place in Tennessee, apparently.
Evil Dead takes place in Tennessee.
I think. But a second one.
It's a 7-hour drive.
Yeah, it says.
That's not bad.
Okay.
Drive there, get a hotel, and then come back.
Oh, it says shifting from Tennessee in the original to Michigan in later entries. So it is Michigan. But they just teased the new Evil Dead film. They did a little teaser trailer.
Oh, what's it called?
Evil Dead Burn.
Burn, that's right.
And
I saw that.
I saw the little teaser. It was like from like a phone, and it was on like a theater, and it looked really cool. It's like this person like crawling through a house, like a bunch of deadites like kill everybody like around her, and she's like trying to like hide from them and stuff.
Is Evil Dead the one where like there's the dead woman in the basement?
Yeah.
And she tries to come up and he stomps on the trap door and her eye pops out.
The chainsaw,
Okay.
that's from Evil Dead. That little picture Ethan drew hanging up, that's from Evil Dead. That poster is Army of Darkness, that's from Evil Dead.
I know this is gonna cost me some fans, but I always thought it was just stupid. I'm like, this movie is
Well, that's why we
stupid.
don't really care about your opinion. That's why me and Eddie, when you walked away, we're like, Ford Raptors suck.
found on road dead.
What do you drive? A Ford? Oh, is
Ford
it
F-350.
Ford F-350?
Well, he doesn't drive anything right
Let
now.
me
It's
tell-
just
Now
sitting
I'm
there.
walking.
I had a Ford. I had a Ford F-150. Had a 5.0 in it, and like at the time, it was lifted a little bit, like a 4-inch lift. It was a sharp car. It ran awesome, and I just never had a Ford before that. I just wish I had a bigger engine at the time. But I'll tell you what, I've had a lot of Chevys and shit, and I've always liked Chevy. But I swear to God, their transmissions always get fucking weird. Like my transmission is starting to act up, and I used to work for a company. We had all Chevys. The owner loved Chevys. We had vans. Those fucking transmissions blew all the time. Like I had to drive. I had to drive from Syracuse to Albany, and I had to drive from Syracuse to Rochester and Buffalo. And if a van, I was a supervisor, so if a van was broken, I drove down there in the morning, and the person, hey, this van's fucked up. I'm like, okay. Our garage was in Syracuse. I'd have to drive that thing fucking back, all fucked up. Sometimes speedometer didn't work. I get pulled over, get a ticket. Sometimes it's a transmission. I got to drive 35 miles per hour all the way from Albany. I'm like, but I still love Chevy because when they work, they're awesome. But
I had a Chevy Beretta, and it was black. It had a skirt around it, and I put purple lights underneath it. So I used to go drive from Queens to Coney Island. I
yeah,
used to go out to Coney Island and get some frog legs. I had that Beretta on the Belt Parkway.
yeah.
With the lights
What
on.
year?
It was I think it was a 92? Z28. No,
C26.
Z26?
Yeah,
Black.
Yeah.
It was all
One
black.
of those things.
Yes, sir.
I remember those cars.
Remember those cars?
I used to have.
Show it to the camera.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah, man. I love getting my cars, man. I'm actually getting the itch. You sent me that picture. I was already thinking like I've been seeing people driving cool like trucks and stuff. I'm like, I want to pay off my Suburban. I because every time I thought about trading in, I thought about getting a Cadillac, I thought about getting a Lincoln, I thought about getting something big, but they're all kind of like they are a little bit better, but they're all really similar. And I like my Suburban. I got the big package with all leather seats and
beautiful.
shit. I got the
Nice.
panoramic roof and I can use it for my band and shit or whatever I decide to do. It's great for us to travel with. It's got high mileage, but I took it on tour. I took it when I went out with Freya. I took it all the way out by Fargo. I can't remember how far I went. We went way the fuck out there.
Really?
And I took it all the way down to Knoxville, Tennessee. We did like a couple tours, shit, East Coast and Northeast and stuff. And
Yeah, my truck's been across the country too.
it's put a lot of miles on it. So it's still doing good, but I think the transmission's starting to act funny. I noticed it the other day. It was like
Awesome.
It feels like when I'm shifting sometimes or giving it gas, it does a weird little wind up or jerk or something like that. Like I'm like that's weird, but I'm also paranoid, so who knows?
I like your truck. It's comfortable.
It's cool. That's why I
Ride's
like it.
nice.
Yeah, it's the first. Every time I get a truck, I got to put big off-road tires on it. They're offset. I put like a 6 or 8 inch lift in it. I'm like, yeah. Then I'm like, and then it starts to drive.
Overcompensate.
Then it starts to drive like shit. That's funny you say that. I saw one of my buddies. I go, look at this guy driving down with this fucking big ass truck, and it's a dude I knew, and I was like, motherfucker. So I grabbed my phone, I look him up, and I sent him a text. Like, hey, dude, nice big truck. What are you overcompensating for? And he's like, huh? And I said, I just saw you show by me. He's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, I did too, motherfucker. And he's like, I'm down in fucking like New York City. What are you talking about? And I looked, I said, you know what they say about big trucks? I said, means you got a little pecker. And he,
Just out of the blue,
Well-
he gets this message. What the hell?
He's like, wait. He's like, you didn't see me, man. I realized wrong person.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh fuck. And
my bad.
dude's a fucking giant dude. He's like 6'2", fucking just. I'm like, I would never say you're compensating for your pecker. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh fuck, I gotta. It just the initials were the same as the other guy. Just hit send. So happens.
This is many years ago, but I text somebody on accident. I don't know how like it went to him, but I text somebody on accident. Just nobody in my contacts, just somebody random, and he answered me, right? And we had like a little conversation back and forth. He was answering me like, like it was somebody I knew, right? And but then I was like, what the? This is a little weird. So I realized, like, I can't remember what happened, but I realized at some point in the conversation, like, this is weird. And I'm like, what the hell? And then I realized, like, what? This ain't even the right person, right? So I said, man, I'm sorry. I think I messaged the wrong person. Like, my bad. And he goes, go Cox. And I was like, what the fuck? Go Cox. And then he just texted me a picture, like, the Gamecocks. It was where's the Gamecocks from? It's like a
South
college.
Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina. So it was somebody in South Carolina, and he was like a Gamecocks fan, and he sent me a picture of, like the
Go
game.
Cox.
I'm like, okay.
I don't even know what
That's
that is.
weird.
What's Gamecocks?
It's a South Carolina
Mascot
college
for
team.
Mascot for a college football
Oh.
team.
Yeah, no, I just said go Cox. I'm like, wait, what is that?
But I'll never forget it because it was just so random. He just texted me, "Go Cox," and I'm like, "What?"
That's funny. I might have said this. I might have told you the story before, but you said the Go Cox thing. Someone asked me, did I tell you about the tattoo? Someone wanted to get a Dallas Cowboys tattoo. Did I tell you this before?
No.
No.
Someone said that they wanted to get a Dallas Cowboys tattoo. So I don't watch sports. I was just like, when I was a kid, I always thought, I kind of know who rivals are. And I said, what can I do to make this tattoo better? And I said, make it say the Redskins. And because I knew that I thought the Cowboys and the Redskins were enemies. I remember people that liked sports, and the guy just never made a tattoo appointment. I don't know if he was pissed, and maybe they did, but I didn't do a Dallas tattoo on him. But just ghosted me. I was like, oh shit, sports beef is fucking real, man. With people, right?
Yeah, that's one of their main rivals, division rivals. The
What can I
Redskins.
do to make this Dallas Cowboys tattoo look better? Make it say Redskins.
Yeah, he got heated.
Yeah,
You know what the best thing about dating a Dallas Cowboys fan is?
I don't know.
She's never expecting a ring.
Oh, they suck.
Does Dallas suck?
They suck.
Yeah,
they
they're not
suck.
very good.
I thought didn't they used to be a good team?
Yeah, in the 90s.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's what I would have heard about it. I don't know.
Any Dallas fans who are listening to this, we're just kidding. We're joking.
Yeah, Dallas is awesome. You're right.
Yes,
Ethan.
yes. They're
We
the
love
greatest.
all sports. Everybody in sports. Everything is great.
We don't
awesome.
want no fan.
It's fantastic. How are you? How are you?
If the one Dallas Cowboy fan out there hears this, he'll never listen again.
I know a few Dallas Cowboy fans, so
Yeah.
I used to be a Dallas Cowboy fan.
someone's gonna like slash my tires. They're gonna stick a knife in there. It's gonna have a Dallas Cowboy star on the knife. I'm like, oh fuck.
You're from New York City, right?
Yes, but I was born in Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
So as
See-
a kid,
My buddy I was just telling you about is from Houston, and that's where he is right now, but he's a Texans fan. So
really, yeah,
Yeah.
I got about 50 cousins down in Houston because that's where my mother was from, and she's from a family of 13 kids.
dang.
She was the only one to leave the nest, head to New York.
Right, and I thought there was a lot of things to do in Houston, but apparently not.
Yeah, why New
spit out
York?
kids.
Love or something like that, or what?
She went to beauty school in New York.
Oh, okay.
And she met my dad, who was playing in a band. He had his own band. So they met.
You play bass?
He played guitar and sang. He He's a lead singer, lead guitar
Nice.
player. He was pretty nice. He was
Well, I don't
good.
think I knew that your dad. I don't think you ever told me your dad played.
Yeah, you know, back in the 50s and 60s,
That is
when-
awesome.
When they wore suits, he had 4 other band members.
You
What-
sing a little bit?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
He plays bass,
I'm
though.
shy. I'm shy.
You play bass,
You
though,
do play
right?
bass?
Yeah, a little bass, about that big.
You can play bass.
Yeah.
You did some cool shit, though, right? You
Yes.
jammed with some cool people over the years, right?
Definitely. Yeah, I did some playing around in Manhattan. We did like art shows. Got with this guy, Daryl Nickerson. See, I went to him to learn how to read. I wanted to learn to read music and learn music theory
Yeah.
for bass. And he saw that I had a good ear and I could pick up songs and play them immediately. So all the lessons stopped. He formed a band, and we would go down to
He
Manhattan.
recruited you.
Yeah.
That's the best way to start a band.
We did like art shows, playing jazz, like a fusion jazz music, just background music for art shows in Manhattan to make some money.
What can't you do, man? You play bass, you look good in your underwear.
Oh my God, I told the story
Movie
about
star.
Someone was asking me about that. Someone said something. I was like, yeah. I said he didn't tell his family when he got on Ricky Lake, and I said yeah. And one of his sisters, I couldn't remember the story, but I fluffed it a little bit. I said yeah, and one of his sisters was watching TV. Say, Eddie, are you on Ricky Lake? And it's a commercial with him with a red Speedo on, like pouring water over in his mouth. I'm like, that is like, I want to put that in a movie. We got to put that in. We got to use that for Rambro.
Okay.
We got to reenact that. But I want you to have like a wig on with like
Reenact it.
really wet curly hair.
A Jerry curl?
Yeah, the Jerry curl. I want it to be like this. You're gonna be like doing stuff like, and you're like, no, I wasn't. It's
Flashback.
Rambro.
Flashback.
Yeah, Elvis could be like, hey Rambro, remember when you told me that story? And it's gonna show the scene. You're like, that's not true.
Not me. That wasn't me.
Why you always lying, Elvis? I want to get back into Elvis this summer, and I think we're gonna do one-off episodes. I don't think it's gonna be like, I might not do a continuation of you. Hey, get back here. And I think the next episode's just gonna, you guys are all buddies hanging out, you know, doing stuff. That way, it's gonna be more like you don't have to get too wrapped up, and you can just jump to any episode and stuff.
Okay.
I think it'll be cool. That way, like, because I got some pretty cool stories already written and stuff, and
Yeah.
I imagine like you and Elvis are gonna be on a mission, and your buddies and stuff, and like, you know, and you're yelling at, what are you doing? You like grab him like I almost imagine like there's an emergency, like a bomb threat at a building, and he's your kid, you're dragging him around like, come on, you know what I mean? He's like, let's go, you know, he's like, hey, check this out, oh, you know what I mean? Why are you always so mean to me?
But I do the jumping
like it.
around, like,
I like
you know, like the past or whatever, like jumping around doing these funny things, and then at the end just finish it. In the last episode, like the first and the last episode will be the beginning and the end, and then everything in the middle is just
All the bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah, I got some pretty cool ideas for that, but
I think you should have the second episode have like maybe like an interrogation or something about, and then like you should like go into.
yeah, maybe we'll do that. But dude, speaking of space,
I know this is crazy.
dude, have you so there's a it's not like everywhere. It's not like all over the news. I don't see it all the time. I saw it on mainstream news the other night for the first time, but there's
I hadn't heard of it until you sent it to me.
yeah, it's fucking weird. So so apparently,
Wait till you hear this.
yeah, this is crazy shit.
Oh shit.
So apparently, I saw maybe a month or so ago, right around that Guthrie, what's that girl's name? That chick who went missing, that news anchor's mom.
Yeah, Guthrie.
Oh yeah.
Guthrie.
Did they ever find her?
No, they
Still haven't found her.
No, dude, weird shit. So apparently, I don't know, that's a whole nother story. But around the same time, right after they squeezed in some high-ranking scientist went missing on a hike, and it was weird because there was two other scientists that either worked with him or worked for the same company or something weird, that like one was murdered or something and one like committed suicide.
Yep.
And he went missing on a hiking trip. He left. He didn't bring his wallet. He brought a pistol or some weird shit, right? I don't remember the details of the story. But now it's there's a headline right here I'm looking at. 11 missing or dead scientists draw federal
11.
scrutiny, including 4 tied to LA County. So I was like, what the so I told him, I said, dude, we got to talk about this, because each scientist has connections to sensitive nuclear aerospace research. Each one of these scientists, and I don't know for sure if they're all connected to the same programs or whatever. But like this one's been missing since June 2022. Was an aerospace engineer and materials processor, worked for NASA, Jet Propulsion. The incident, she disappeared while hiking with a friend near Mount Waterman in Los Angeles Forest. According to her companion, they were roughly 30 feet apart. When they made eye contact, she smiled and waved to indicate she was fine. Moments later, when the friend turned around again, she had vanished. Another person died February 16, 2026. Background. Grillmare was a renowned 67-year-old astrophysicist in Calyx Infrared Processing and Analysis Center. Incident, he was gunned down on the front porch of his home in Llano in Antelope Valley. They arrested a 29-year-old in connection with the shooting, was near a carjacking. Another person died July 30th, 2023. Background, resident of Sunland Hicks, veteran research scientist, JPL, 24 years, was highly respected physicist, specializing in physical properties of comets and asteroids. Incident, Hicks passed away at 59. His cause of death was never made public. Another person died July 4th, 2024. 61-year-old, was a highly specialized engineer, designed critical instruments for space missions. Incident, Malin died in Los Angeles. His cause of death was never made public. Another person died December 2025. His body was recovered from a lake. Police have no evidence. Another one, General Will Neil McSalin. That's the one I was talking about. Retired Air Force official known for his leadership in the Air Force Research Laboratory in New Mexico, missing from his home in Albuquerque, February 27, 2026. His phone, prescription glasses, and wearable devices were not found at home, but his hiking boots, wallet, and a .38 caliber revolver reported missing, according to the police or whatever. Another person missing on June 26 after being spotted walking alone in Taos County. Her belongings were found at her home. She just disappeared. Another person disappeared May 8th. It's just like the list goes on. June 11th, another person missing, ruled her death a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Shot twice.
Another person, December 15th, 2025, was fatally shot in his home in Massachusetts. But dude, like these people, another person, May 8th, worked at a laboratory. These are all scientists that were involved in like all this crazy shit. 78-year-old, they found his wallet, keys, and other personal items left beside. His car was locked in the driveway, and there was no signs of forced entry. He worked at the National Laboratory before retiring in 2017. Dude, it's like another person. It's just, dude, I'm just going through all these names. August 28th, 2025.
Wow.
Like,
They had two things in common. They were scientists with this top secret weird stuff going on. They all had that in common, and they were all friends with the Clintons.
were they all friends? Were they?
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Well, I don't know about that, but they were.
If we wouldn't have laughed, you'd have been like, yeah, that's true. They must have been.
Well, they all worked for NASA or something. They had connections to sensitive nuclear aerospace research. And it's weird because we just went to the moon. Did you see people debunking like that shit, showing pictures like zoomed in? It's all flying around. Did you see that?
No.
Someone had a picture, and I don't know if it's true or not. It's hard to see on the internet, but we just went to the moon. All these countries are like trying to get to the moon. You know, they said we lost all that information.
Yeah.
Like that's weird, right?
Yeah.
So
no, it's not weird. It's bullshit.
I know, but like, so
it's a lie. That's what it is.
yeah. So basically, like we were behind in the space race. All these other countries, like Russia, was like ahead of everything. Russia was like leading the way,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden we went to the moon.
Yep.
That's weird, man. But yeah, these people are missing. These scientists are missing. Like
It's crazy.
so, like
Creepy.
what? So what's like the? What's the story? Like what's the rumor?
I
on the
think it's just
street?
coincidence.
It's just
No,
coincidence.
I'm joking. No, I think there's something to it. It's I mean, there's got to be, right? I mean,
Maybe they hitched a ride on AI Atlas.
there you go.
Kept moving.
3i come around and picked up our best scientists, and
Or they're
like,
not,
you know what we need? Let's go to a different freaking galaxy and collect some dumb fucking scientists. They'd be stupid to them, right? If they can fly here from another dimension or another galaxy.
Did you do any research on it? Did you look it up at all? Or
Yeah, I
anything?
did. Yeah,
Basically the same type of stuff I just said.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's. Did you see what Trump said? They asked him about it.
I just saw that he said something, but I didn't see what he said.
He just said that that they had a meeting about it, so they're aware of it. They've had a meeting. They're looking into it, and hopefully they have some answers in a week or so.
That's just fucking weird. They can't find that Guthrie lady, though. What happened to her?
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
When it happened, I thought there was a whole lot of evidence that was showing the son-in-law.
Right.
might be
That's what
doing
I
it.
thought.
Yeah.
And then they shut it down.
Yeah, it's crazy. So what's up with that? Is the son-in-law connected somehow?
I don't even know, like, how. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not important to do that, but how many people get kidnapped? How many people get taken from their homes that they're not
lot.
that they're not like talking about? Why are they talking about this particular person versus anybody else? Anyway,
I don't know. I heard a
Sarah?
theory that it could be foreign agents. They've done that before. Different countries take top scientists from, just kidnap them from other countries and make them work for them. I heard theories about that, so that could be something. I remember, my wife, when this is so off topic, but kind of on that topic. My wife one time was like, she heard about this Clone of Willy, thing. So she's like, we should get that Clone of Willy. So I ordered it from AdamandEve.com. The clone, this is a true story. The clone, you don't know what Clone of Willy is? So they send you this tube, and it's got like these chemicals in it, and you mix them up, and you put one in water. It's got to be like the right temperature. Then you gotta, be in the right mood.
Gotta be in the mood.
Yeah. And then you slide it in there, and it hardens like pretty quick.
What?
And then you dump in like the stuff to make an adult toy, and it oh my God, it's like it gets everything, like every little.
It worked.
Yeah, the vein. I mean, everything. It's identical, right? I was like, so it was crazy, right? It was cool, and my wife wanted it, so I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we did it. It was cool, but then I started getting older, and one day I was just like, we got to get rid of the Clone of Willy. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't what if we both got in a car accident and then our kids are cleaning out our shit and they're like, oh my, here's Dad's penis.
that was your thought. That was your first thought. Oh, if I get into a car accident, my dick's in the drawer at home.
What the hell?
Clone of Willy. Yeah, I've heard of those things.
Yeah.
No, never heard of
I never did it,
wild.
but
That's wild.
I mean, maybe I should just to remember, just in case someday.
Yeah, just to give your kids something.
To.
Just to give your kids something to talk about.
You see this penis, son?
They're like, what the hell is this? Is this one of the erasers that goes on the top of a pencil? No, that's your dad's Clone of Willy.
That's a Clone of Willy. Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know how the missing persons went to the Clone of Willy, but
yeah, I told you it's a little off topic.
How was the bridge? How did the bridge?
There was. I'll have to listen to the. I'll have to listen to this episode when it comes out.
You said blah 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 blah. Yeah. What's up?
So I don't know if that's like time. You want to hear a joke? I was gonna say
tell us a joke.
This is before the podcast started. It's a
we got a joke from Little League.
What's his
Chuck Norris?
Chuck Norris. Yeah, Chuck
This is
Norris.
a Chuck Norris
I want
joke.
to say Adam West for some reason. So Chuck Norris.
Adam West.
So one time, Chuck Norris got really, really mad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he threw a rock really far up into the sky. You may know that rock is the moon.
That's the joke. So little Ethan got in a kick when Chuck Norris passed away. He was pretty heartbroken just because of all the jokes. So we ended up watching. We watched the best episode of Walker Texas Ranger because I was like, we didn't want to get into a whole show or a whole movie at the time. We were just kind of like, I was like, we gotta watch something for Chuck Norris. So we watched Texas Ranger. We watched the episode where he went to jail and it's a bunch of MMA fighters and stuff in there and
Oh,
stuff.
I've
And-
seen that one.
Yeah, it's like it's made for TV. It goes quick, you know what I mean? But we watch it. It's like, whoa, he's awesome. Like, yeah, he's badass. And I showed him a couple of Bruce Lee fight scenes and stuff. I'm like, we got to watch. You know, there's Delta Force, there's all these old school movies. Well, anyway, we got in a kick where we started listening to all the jokes. Like people were just giving memorial joke days and stuff. And he started just remembering them and telling them at school and like.
There was Firewalker. There was a bunch of them. My mom really loved Chuck Norris. When I got into Chuck Norris, it's the dumbest thing ever, right? But I think it was Missing in Action, and he had they had him tied up, and they put the bag over his head, but they had a rat in it, and they pissed this rat off. They didn't feed it for a while, and they pissed it off. They're poking it, hitting it, whatever, and then they put the bag over his head with the rat in it, and he kills the rat with his teeth.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I kind of remember that. Yeah,
And I was like, he's a badass.
yeah, I remember Delta Force, but I remember what was it Enter the Dragon? Which one was
Enter the
it?
Dragon.
Yeah.
When him and Bruce Lee fight,
Yeah.
and Chuck Norris rips his shirt off, and it looks like he's got fake hair patches on his
Yes.
chest and stuff. But
Yes.
he was badass, dude. He fucking
Bruce Lee was better.
Bruce Lee.
I mean,
is,
just watch the movie. He beats him.
he kills him.
Kills his ass.
Spoiler from the 70s.
Chuck Norris actually died like 20 years ago, and after all these years of courage death, finally got the courage to tell you.
See, that was better. You should have went with that one. That was better.
I heard this one time. A venomous snake bit Chuck Norris, and after like 7 days of excruciating pain, the snake died.
Yeah, Ethan was rolling with these jokes one day. I was like, man, these are good jokes. Yeah. Chuck Norris, man, he was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, Chuck Norris once visited the Virgin Islands. They're now just referred to as the islands. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, we should watch a Chuck Norris movie at the theater here.
There you go. I'm game.
Yes, sir.
Did you watch? Oh, you watched Elvis here.
Yes. You got a
Yeah,
nice theater.
Chuck Norris. We should watch Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
It's Enter
Or-
the Dragon, right? That's what it's called.
I think it was Enter the Dragon. I think that was
Yeah.
the first movie I saw in a movie theater.
Really?
Yeah. With my neighbor, Troy. Troy took me around.
Hmm.
Troy was the man.
Chuck Norris actually doesn't have a chin. If you shave his beard, it's just another fist.
The Way of the Dragon.
Way of the Dragon.
Yeah, and the Game of Death.
Have you seen Dragon, the Bruce Lee story? That movie's awesome.
No, is it new?
No, it's old.
There's a movie.
But it's really good.
What is it called? God damn it! It's got Bruce Leroy in it.
I've heard of Bruce Leroy.
Yeah, you've seen it. You've seen it.
I know what you're talking about.
Maybe that one's Enter the Dragon. This one's The Way of the Dragon. It's got the Shogun. The Shogun.
Yeah. It's that movie's. It's so stupid, but it's funny.
It's stupid but awesome.
And then there's another Kung Pao. You ever seen that one?
Yes,
Kung
Kung
Pao.
Pao
My
is
God.
awesome. When that first came out, he's like, "I like your face to fist style."
Yeah,
One dude fights dudes, but he gets his ass kicked all the time, and he says,
it's a joke. They train. That's how he trains, and they make it a joke. So if he gets his ass kicked, then he's winning, right? So he thinks that he's winning, and like, see what I did to that guy's foot with my balls.
It's The Last Dragon.
Last Dragon.
Yeah, The Last Dragon. You ever saw The Last Dragon?
No.
It's got this dude Bruce Leroy, and like he does kung fu and stuff, and he loves Bruce Lee. And then there's like this fucking dude that the
Was the actor's
Shogun.
name Timok?
Maybe, yeah. Like he's like this.
Timok. And Vanity was in that movie?
Yeah, Timok. Yeah. Vanity was in it. Yeah.
I didn't see the movie, but I knew about the movie.
A movie still. I just watched it not too long ago. A movie's like awesome. It's got like all these dudes.
Yeah.
A lot of these
okay.
dudes are dead now, but
So-
show enough.
Show enough. Yep.
It's like show
Yeah, yeah.
enough. He
Yeah,
was
I didn't-
awesome.
So who was Bruce Leroy?
Bruce Leroy was Timok.
Okay.
He was he was younger then, but
Okay.
but yeah, it's got like it's got a lot of people. A lot of these people were musicians and stuff. Like
Yeah.
a couple of them, like that Vanity chick. She was a musician, right?
She
was
a
she
singer.
big?
Yeah, she sang with Prince. He made her a separate group with Vanity.
Oh.
Vanity 6.
Is she part of Purple Rain? Is she like one of the Purple Rain girls?
No,
Okay.
she was.
Oh, screw her then.
She should have been in Purple Rain, but he had Apollonia. I
Oh yeah,
believe.
Apollonia.
Yeah.
My grandfather had Apollonia. It was sad. Oh, that's all sad. Never mind.
Wait, wrong. Sorry, I got confused. Yeah, no, like that movie was awesome, man. Like that movie's awesome.
Day one of having
I
Alzheimer's.
gotta check it out.
Day one of having Alzheimer's. Day one of having.
Day one of having Alzheimer's. Day one of having Alzheimer's.
I can't believe you've never seen Kung Pao either. That movie's hilarious. I love the part where the bad guy, I can't remember how it goes exactly, but he needs a name, right? A new name because he's a bad guy. And he goes, from now on, you will call me Betty.
Betty. He talks like this. He's like, from now on, you will call me Betty. But
And then the sensei, he comes back after the bad guys beat him all up and he's almost dead. And he comes back to the village and they're like, Sensei. And they go and they get him. And he's like bleeding all over. And he's like, where's it hurt? And he goes, oh, pretty much around the bloody area. And the movie's just stupid.
it's called Kung Pao Enter the Fist. And it was filmed. They used footage from the movie Tiger and Crane Fists, also known as Savage Killers or Hu Heo Shuang Zing, starring Jimmy Wang Yu. But like, so this dude Stephen Oderkirk, he inserted himself into the film and then redubbed all the audio himself.
Really?
So he made all the audio. So he put his face over top of the body and stuff, or like sometimes it'd be him hanging out doing stuff. Like he used the what were they? The cuck chucks? What the fuck did he have? Like, you know what I'm saying? He had those fucking. What's the deal?
I can't remember.
They're
It's
little
been so long
rodents.
since I saw it. I remember
look at
there's a fighting cow in one part too.
He used like the little like
Yeah.
he used like the
That's
little
crazy.
squirrel nunchucks and stuff.
You should watch it. I mean, you should watch it sometime.
And that's called
You're gonna
Kung
be
Pao?
like
Kung Pao.
You're gonna be like, that's the
check it out.
dumbest movie I ever saw, but you will laugh
Funny.
the whole time.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. I was thinking like, what the fuck is this? Because he had done stuff before that, like Thumb Wars. You ever seen Thumb Wars?
No.
It was Star Wars, but it was thumbs, and they dressed
man.
them all up, and he superimposed his eyes and his mouth on the thumb, so they blinked all weird and shit in their mouths. They're like, "Hey, what's up, Chewbacca?" But he just did all the voices, like some
A whole
weird
movie like that?
Yeah, it was just some
man.
weird shit.
That was like, remember, there was a bunch of stuff coming out then that was just really stupid. Like Ali G in the House. Remember that? Like
Yeah,
those,
I
all
remember
those
it.
movies were. The reason I saw all these, I was in Afghanistan, and a buddy of mine, the same buddy I showed you that has the tattoo of Jesus eating a hot dog.
Okay,
It's the same buddy. He was into this stuff, so he had all these, and we're like, "Where do you get in this stuff?" But it was so funny. We just sit there and watch them. Everybody's laughing, dying. Like, these movies are so stupid.
I love movies like that. I would love to make a movie like that. I used to. You ever watch Ice Pirates?
No,
Dude, Ice Pirates, like that's an awesome cheesy movie from the 80s and stuff. Like, you ever watch, what is it, They Live? Is that what it's called? They Live, Ethan?
I've heard of that.
With Roddy Piper?
Oh yeah, I come in peace, and you'll go in pieces.
Yeah, that movie's awesome and stuff. It's got this wicked.
That's also where that line came from. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of bubble gum.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
yeah.
It's so dumb.
There's a lot of good movies,
Is it
man.
Roddy
like that.
Piper? Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Roddy Piper.
This guy did
Yeah.
like this in wrestling?
Yeah, there's he's in a lot. He was in a couple things. I liked Roddy Piper. He died a few years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe like
yeah.
10 years ago now.
All those wrestlers die early. Steroids.
Die young.
It just catches up eventually, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ultimate Warrior was 19.
Dude, 19. When he was wrestling, he was 12. He looked like a man.
Yeah. His parents just start right out of the womb. Just started shooting that freaking.
The Ultimate Warrior passed away.
Yeah, a long time ago.
I know one of the Road Warriors passed away. Or
Yeah.
did they both pass away now?
I don't know. I know one of them is.
I mean, Hulk Hogan, how old was he? Like 75?
Did you hear the conspiracies about Hulk Hogan? They think his wife might have offed him.
Really?
Yeah. No, they think his wife might have done something, but like the doctor, I don't know. They like maybe the doctor did something like put in air in his veins or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I know that like something happened with his daughter, and she was like she was off the will. They had a falling out, and I think it had to do with his wife. Maybe. I don't know why, but I know that the daughter had a falling out, and she couldn't get back on and stuff like that. So
I might be mixing two things up. It might be the doctor is in the conspiracy and he was fighting with his wife. I don't know, something.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, those wrestlers, dude. I mean, that's a lot to stay looking like that for a long time, and who knows what they're doing, Hollywood and
Painkillers.
painkillers, all that shit
Painkillers.
just fucks you up, man. I mean, and just, they're just big dudes, man. You're pounding your heart for so long like that, man. Like being
Flying
a big
around.
dude, like that's like
Landed on top of other men.
yeah,
Boom, boom, constantly.
landing on top of other men.
Sounds fun.
Boom, boom,
God,
boom.
every
Calm
day,
down. I'm getting excited.
every day.
we got to pause the film for the recording for a minute.
Okay, I pause it. Okay, here we're back now, and Josh is. Why you sweat? Josh, why are you so sweaty? What were you doing? Bomb, bomb. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I just saw that I just saw that the WrestleMania was like a 2-day event or something like that. Was it always a 2-day
Yeah.
event?
Just the last couple of years, right? I don't know. My son,
sure.
you should ask Devin. He's so into wrestling.
Is that the kid I met the other night?
You met all three of my older sons the other night. But yes, the
Wait,
oldest
the other
one,
night
the oldest one you've seen several times at cheerleading.
I've seen him.
because his wife is a cheerleading
Who else did I meet
coach.
that was your other son there?
Zach. There's Devin, Zach, and Xander. Those are my oldest ones.
Which one was the one I met at the very end? That was Xander.
Yeah, Xander and Devin came there late. Zach was there all night.
I don't remember, dude. I was being bombarded. Did you see someone took a picture of me?
Yeah.
And posted it
I
on
was going to
Facebook?
send it to you, but I figured you'd saw it.
No, someone else sent it to me. It's like, dude, like
Mr. L.A. Moore, Mr. Larry Moore.
who's that?
You know, Larry Moore is who took that picture of you on drums.
Yeah, someone sent me this. They said, "Hey, you played a show. Says when you're in Harrisville, and Ethan Henry of Frey is jamming with the local band."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's L.A. Moore. That's Larry. His name on Facebook is L.A.
Nice.
Moore, but his name's Larry. He's a good guy. He helps. He's been in several bands, I believe, but he's a good guy.
was he the guy with the glasses? Like
No,
little
he's a
stocky
bald guy that stood behind us for quite a while. But then he came up and he connected the mics to your drum set.
Yeah, that dude. I saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking to me and stuff. And
He's great at running sound. He's
Yeah.
he's a great musician. He's a great guy, but he's great at running sound. I
yeah,
love
he
it.
was cool. That was fun. The drummer, Seymour there.
Yep, Jay.
Yeah,
Mr. J. Seymour.
Yeah, he was cool, dude. That kid was cool. Sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know what to expect, so I played with his band the other night.
Okay.
I played drums for him. He invited me, so they needed me, but they kind of didn't need me. But he just did it because I kept saying, "Oh, I want to be in a cover band someday." So he kind of invited me in just so I could be in a cover band. By the time we went on, everybody was like, half in the bag, I think,
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm like,
Well, that's what happened. We started losing a crowd like right before my band went on, and I was like, "What is going on? Why are we losing a crowd?" But I found out after they ran out of they only had like one kind of alcohol left.
Oh.
So they just ran out. So everybody was like, "I'm too drunk to stop. I got to go to a different bar." So that's kind of why like we lost
some
a little
crowd.
bit of the crowd there.
Okay.
I didn't really care. I just like Julia's like, just pretend you're on Drumeo. I'm like, okay, you know what Drumeo is?
No.
Yeah, you know what Drumeo is? You guys should check it out. It's really cool.
Drumeo.
Here's a shout out to Drumeo. So Drumeo is like a
No,
it's on
stop saying
YouTube.
these names unless they pay us.
It's-
Man, come on.
So basically, like these guys get like big drummers and like the drummer from like Chili Peppers, and they play him a bunch of songs that he's never heard before. They say, "Have you heard this? Have you heard this?" Until they find a song he hasn't heard. They say, "Okay, we're not gonna tell you what it is. There's no drum track to it, but it'll be a famous song. So it'll be like a Metallica song, right?" And he'll have to make up a drum beat to just the guitars and the vocals without they take the drums out somehow. And so they listen to like, this is bullshit. This is metal. This is some heavy band. I don't play heavy stuff. So like these drummers, they'll bring old jazz drummers in. They'll bring like really crazy, intense, progressive drummers in, and they usually throw you a style that's a little bit. Sometimes it's like it's related, but like sometimes it's like you got to really figure it out, you know. And it's an awesome show. You should check it out. I'm gonna send you guys a link to something because it is really cool to watch these guys just work their magic and just how drummers perceive the song and just play their own thing, not knowing. And then they hear like, oh, that's a good part. Oh, that drummer's kick ass. Shit, I should have done that. So,
Some of that old, well, it's classic. It's all classic rock now, but some of that old stuff, like, it was so easy. Like Def Leppard, you could play with one hand. It was so easy.
he was a really good drummer before he lost his arm.
He was good afterwards, too.
No, he could. He's so good. He could play. He was still a drummer in a band after he lost an arm.
Wow.
You know that they tried to sew that thing back on, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah. So like, dude, there's a VH1 story or MTV had a story on it. So Def Leppard, like, he was like, I don't know how big he was in the sense of like being a drummer, but I remember like he was a good drummer. Like he could fucking play. And then he had a hot rod and he was with some chick, lost control of his car. I don't know if he went flying out the window or the sunroof or something like that, but it ripped his arm off.
Oh.
And he was there talking to the police and they're like, he's I'm a famous rock and roll drummer. Well, they
Gotta
tried
save my arm.
to sew his arm back on and he had his arm for a while and he was trying to play drums and do stuff. Yeah, and it just body rejected it and he lost his arm. And so he had to like reinvent how to play drums. And I mean, he simplified, but I mean, like,
It's not even. I lost my leg and I can still sing.
I lost my leg and I can still sing. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I just have to balance on one foot now. I don't do flying kicks. I don't do the David Lee Roth off the stage anymore.
my throat was so bad. Like did you think it was stuffy in there in the fire home?
Dude, I was standing there. I was cold when I first came in because it was kind of raining. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna wear my hoodie. And I went in there, and then it just started. I was like, is it smoky in here? What is going on here? And I started getting wicked hot and stuff.
Yep.
And Julia's like, she's like, it's just muggy. It's just like,
Yeah.
just felt like
It was like really messing with my throat, and I kept trying to drink it away. You know, like because if I took a sip, then it was good for a second, but it's coming right back. And then when we got on stage and started playing, I'm looking at the set list. I'm like, I'm not sure I can hit some of these notes. My throat's kind of messed up. That's why we skipped. I can't remember which one we skipped, but we skipped the one song because I was like, I'm not sure I can hit that right now.
I don't even know what was going on. All I know is that I saw Tim start the very first song he started, then he stopped. He looked at me. He kind of looked around. I'm like, he's drunk. I was like, all right, we're gonna.
No, he
this.
wasn't. Tim wasn't drunk.
I was like, then he looked at me again. He started again. I was like, okay, maybe he can't because I couldn't hear anything.
His guitar kept going out of tune. Like I don't know what was going on, but
He did tune right after that.
Yeah, like the first two songs we'd start playing them, and then his guitar was going out of tune, and you have to tune it after the song. And he's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on with my guitar, but
It's
it keeps
probably
going out of tune.
it's probably it was like very damp or
Humidity.
humidity.
Yeah.
So I was just paying attention to him. That's kind of who I pay attention to. I looked over to the other guys and stuff, and I know the bass went out one time. He turned it on halfway through. I couldn't hear the other amp at all. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pay attention to Tim.
Yeah.
So basically, I just waited for him to start, and then like he was so far away, I couldn't hear anything else. So I don't know if you noticed, but I was counting everything just in between, just to make sure we were on time and stuff. I mean, I think it worked. I mean, it kept everything flowing. But I was like, Julia's like, there's one song I started way too early. I was like, Jewel, I couldn't hear anything. I heard once I kind of recognized where I was in the song. I'm just playing Drumeo.
Yeah.
And I was just Drumeoing it the whole time. Like, there's a couple songs I don't know. Like, I didn't even know what they were doing. I'm like, I was humming. I was like, so I was like, I started playing wicked fills. Like, I was like, I'm doing a metal fill right here. Did you hear some of the fills I was doing? Like,
Yeah.
You're like, I was like, I'm not even looking at Josh. He's gonna do this singer thing. Look at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's not what I do. I told you, just have fun, man. It doesn't matter.
I'm not
We'll
looking
figure
at
it out. We've been playing so long, and we've been playing these songs so long that we're just gonna make it work anyway. It doesn't matter what you do. If you met the only like on Rebel Yell, you came in on the you came into the chorus too soon. So I wasn't at the chorus yet, and he's playing the chorus on drums, and I'm like, fuck. So, but after I realized that he was, and then he did it the second time, but I was already kind of ready for it, so I just moved closer to Tim so I could
came
hear
in
him
twice too quick.
instead of the drum. No, you did it on like all three, but
fuck it.
yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, we got through
Drumeo.
it. We got through it.
I was
Doesn't matter.
Drumeoing my way
Made it
through
work.
it.
Romeo made it work.
Yep. But we've been playing so long together that if one of us screw up, like we
gel.
we fix it like we on the fly, but we haven't played with you, so it was
I played
harder
like
to
2
fix it,
times,
but-
and then one time you guys got me stoned. So
but it was good. It
on
was the only
accident. Did I tell you
time.
that?
No.
Oh
Tell
my
me- you didn't tell
god!
me
It was
about
the only
that one.
time that I noticed anything. Was in the final song. It was the only time that I even noticed you messing anything up. The first song you started a little slow, but then we picked it up. And like this is funny because this is how Ethan drums. Like he turns aside, he's looking like this. He's playing like this, but he's looking to the side for some reason. So I'm like over to his side, and I'm like, "Hey, like, hey, and I cannot get his attention. I'm like, "Fuck it, whatever."
No, because these guys like they play the songs kind of faster, and I learned the songs through the songs. So like my internal metronome like just locks in, and once I'm there, I'm trained to do it that way. So they're like, I'm playing the song, I know it's right on tempo. He's like, faster. I'm like,
Yeah, some of
okay,
them.
man. So then I did it with a song. I started slow, and I was like, well, he's gonna want faster, so I sped up a little bit, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna jam out.
He
man.
makes me sound like an asshole, but that's not how I'd say it to him. Like we should go a little. we need
Oh
to go a little bit
no,
faster on
dude,
this.
no, I don't make you sound. You make you sound like an asshole.
No,
I'm just telling
that's
people
not-
about it.
No, that's not how I.
Well,
that's
listen,
not how I
guys.
roll.
We're at the tail end here, man. We've been chilling for a little bit. This is a cool little conversation. I'm glad we had Eddie on, talking about his hot rod car and his
Yes. My adventures.
adventures.
Yep.
The Adventures of Eddie Randall, Ricky Lake, hot rod cars, dead trucks in his driveway. Stay tuned for next season, where Eddie comes back and tells us all about how he went hunting. Woo! Woo!
Did you mention that
What, they went hunting?
that this is a final episode?
I did in the very beginning.
You did.
Yes, sir.
I missed
Yes,
it.
sir. Season 1, episode
Edit
15.
this whole part out.
Now I'm gonna leave it because it's cool. This is great radio.
I must have missed it. Forgot about it. What do you mean it's a final?
But don't worry, we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Who knows? We're gonna get bored. We're gonna do it. I think we need a little reset. Check things out.
Yes, sir.
End the season at episode 15, and then we'll come back and maybe we're gonna change the viewing around. By the way, you can watch all this shit on YouTube. We got a Facebook. We got a Instagram. Do we have a TikTok or no?
No TikTok.
No TikTok. But yeah, you can check out little clips and little things we do. And
The Tat and Chat Podcast.
the Tat and Chat Podcast. TATNCHAT. If you're
Obviously, if they're listening to it, they already know. So-
well, you're listening to it, but you better tell people about it because you know what? During this 2 weeks, you guys have a mission. Share it with your friends. Tell your mom about it. Your mom will love us.
No, your
Your
mom
sister?
does love me.
Your cousins, whatever. Share it. Help us grow the podcast.
Right
But thanks
Tell
for
your
listening,
Amish
guys.
friends. Hey,
Yes.
before we go,
on. Yes.
I saw this guy the other day,
Oh.
and like he was getting chased by the police, and then like he was flying. The police were chasing him for like quite a while. Then they finally cornered him, and they pulled him over, and they got him stopped. And the cop comes up, and he's like, "If you can give me a good reason why you were speeding, run away from us, then I'm gonna let you go." And the guy, he looks at the cop, and he goes, "Man, a while ago, my wife ran off with a police officer, and I just thought you were bringing her back."
That's the late joke.
That's the late joke.
The late joke by Josh. That's the last one you're going to get for a little bit, but don't worry. We will be back. Guys, thanks for listening to Tat and Chat Podcast. And in the future, we'll be back on a Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Next
Tuesday.
Thanks, Eddie.
Tuesday, maybe.
Thanks,
Thank you, guys.
Tat and Chat Podcast.
Right on.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.